some of my margin and day traded it. All I was looking for was $1. I could hardly get $1 out of it. Roll up the Tesla chart. And I was sitting there watching it. And I was like, okay, because I was day trading, because I've got millions of dollars in long holds, but I was day trading with a lot of my margin. What that meant is you just open up Tesla. I had to sell that before the end of the day. Okay. And I got in at like 163 something, and it sat there going sideways and drove me crazy all day. And I this is what I did. I did not allow my emotions to go completely crazy. I knew I was going to come and share with you. I had to buy more on margin to dollar cost average my way down. And I was willing to take a $2,500 loss, because if I didn't sell that before the end of close, at 8 p.m. last night, that could have shut my whole brokerage account down. Now, I didn't come in here all emotionally distressed. I knew Tesla's either going to go up again or it's not. And it completely went sideways. So then I had to just get out of there. I didn't take a loss that I couldn't recover. My losing $2,500 on my account is like some of you losing $25 or $250. Get what I'm saying? But what's interesting is I didn't say I made a stupid move and the stock market ripped me off. No, that's not what happened. I just didn't get the kind of wins I wanted. And I pretty much got out losing $2,500 with that huge investment. See, if you get into a day trade, you have to have the emotional tenacity and responsibility and maturity to execute that day trade. I love all of you so much, but a lot of you are still gambling. You're even gambling with your swings and you won't admit it to yourself. You know what the ego's game is? To put you into logic so you can't reason. It'll put you in logic and take you out of constructive thinking. It'll take you out of conviction. It'll take you out of conscious thinking. The ego will throw you into complete logic and you'll try to justify whatever you did. Now, logic is not bad, but if you have logic without some reason and without some experience and without other things activating it, you won't make accurate decisions. And so you've got to be really careful with the ego trying to justify what we're doing and thinking our losses are normal. When our losses could be normal in the stock market, depending on what you're doing, but our losses a lot of times come because we are not looking at this with an accurate perspective. We're not looking at our entries and what we expected as an exit. And when it doesn't happen like we wanted, we're not strategically allowing enough cash to be in our portfolio, the usage of our margin to be appropriate, and getting out. Now, see, if you're using your margin all the way up to 95% in your account, and then you can't dollar cost average your way out, you are gambling. You shouldn't be doing that. Even Elon said to all the investors, don't go on, what's the word he used? Essentially, you don't do a long hold with your margin. So like the people who are freaking out would be people who've either misappropriated margin or have wrong expectations. He said, like the profitability of the company hasn't gone anywhere. I'm trying to find what he said to Tesla investors. Let me read it to you because he's very succinct in what he says. I'd have to find it, but he said you shouldn't be leveraging. That's what he said. You should not be leveraging, anything. You should get in this as a long hold. And as far as the SpaceX investments, I found out yesterday, it's all just private equity. You have to qualify as a private equity investor. And you can't do that unless you're making at least over $250,000 a year on your tax return, or you have a net worth of $1 million.